How to act after a breakup to win your ex back. Are you going through a breakup and hoping your partner will come back? Not sure how to behave or whether you even have a chance? Do you want to make sure they think about you and regret the breakup? Of course, the situation differs depending on whether the breakup was initiated by you or your partner. Let's take a look at both scenarios. When your partner initiated the breakup, what to do to get them back. If your partner was the one who initiated the breakup, take some time to reflect on what they told you and the reasons they gave. This is important not only to honestly assess whether there is even a chance for them to come back, but also to determine the best course of action and maximize your chances of reconciliation. Think about whether your partner left in the heat of the moment or after careful consideration. Was it an impulsive decision or a thought-out one? If your partner left in the heat of the moment, there's a higher chance they will regret the breakup, that you can influence their decision, and that they might eventually come back. However, if they left after careful thought, told you calmly, brought it up multiple times, and firmly stood by their decision, the chances of getting them back are much lower, possibly even non-existent. After considering what your partner said, the reasons they gave, and whether they acted impulsively or deliberately, it's crucial that you don't immediately try to make them think about you. You need to give them space and time. This means that even though you want them back, it's not a good idea to contact them within a day, 2, or even 3 after the breakup. Be ready to compromise. If the breakup was purely an emotional reaction after a big argument, it makes sense to reach out within a week or at most 14 days. Base this timing on how well you know your partner and how long it usually takes them to cool down, start regretting the breakup, and be open to a rational conversation. However, don't wait too long. There's a saying, out of sight, out of mind, and you don't want that to happen to you. If you want your ex to keep thinking about you after the breakup, remind them of your presence sooner rather than later. Otherwise, they might start enjoying life without you and realize they actually prefer it that way. When you do reach out, don't take all the blame on yourself, but also don't start blaming them for everything. This may seem obvious, but it's common for ex-partners with unresolved issues to call each other calmly at first, only for the conversation to escalate into another argument. Prepare for this possibility and think carefully about what you want to say. Focus on reassuring your ex about what you're willing to do to improve the situation. Avoid vague promises like, "Things will be better," "It won't happen again," or "I'll change." Instead, come up with a concrete plan to address the issues that led to the breakup. This way, your ex will be more likely to regret leaving and consider coming back. As part of this plan, it's crucial to realize that if your ex is going to return, you need to offer them something in return. If you've been stubborn about certain things and unwilling to compromise, it's wise to reach out only when you genuinely feel ready to offer some flexibility. Otherwise, your ex might have no reason to reconsider the breakup. Make them an offer they can't refuse. What to do after a breakup when your ex was certain about their decision. If your partner left after careful thought, especially after multiple discussions where they clearly expressed their intent to leave, your chances of getting them back are unfortunately much lower. In this case, reaching out to them only makes sense if you have something valuable to offer. Again, don't wait too long, or they might stop thinking about you altogether. Before making any calls or sending messages, carefully consider the reasons for the breakup and whether you can truly address them. It's pointless to reach out with empty promises, saying things will get better without real actions to back it up. If your ex is going to regret the breakup, they need to see that coming back actually makes sense, and that there's a clear path to resolving the issues. This is why it's crucial to present concrete solutions and proposals. If your ex left because they felt you were constantly arguing and not understanding each other, suggest learning communication skills together. Be specific. Explain how often, when, and under what structure you'd work on improving your communication. Also, highlight the benefits you both would gain from it. Don't immediately ask them to move back in or fully commit again. Instead, propose a transitional period where you actively work on these improvements, allowing both of you to make progress before making any big decisions. What to do after a breakup, when you were the one who left. Did you initiate the breakup? If you want your ex to come back without fearing that you'll leave them again, the reasons behind your decision play a crucial role. What has changed, and why would things be better now? It's essential to explain to your ex what you were going through, what you felt, and what pushed you to break up. Express your feelings without blaming them. When having this conversation, focus solely on your own emotions and experiences. Speak in I statements. Describe your own perspective without making judgments about your ex, their personality, or their worth. At the same time, offer specific reasons why you've changed your mind and now regret the breakup. Simply telling them you miss them might be sweet, but it's not enough. Instead, highlight what they and your relationship mean to you. Focus on two key aspects: the sense of security and personal value they bring to your life. Then, consider how they enrich you, help you grow, and provide something you can't find with anyone else. Overcoming fear. Rebuilding their trust. If your ex still has feelings for you but hesitates to return, it's likely because they're afraid you'll leave them again. Understand that this fear is valid, and think carefully about how to reassure them that it won't happen again, whether in the next few weeks, months, years, or ever. This ties directly to the reasons you broke up in the first place, so reflect on how to prevent those issues from happening again. Consider what you need to do differently to avoid reaching the emotional state that led to your last breakup. Be as specific as possible. Give your ex time to think about your offer. Don't pressure them, make threats, or promise anything you can't keep. Avoid making commitments that you can only sustain for a week, 2 weeks, or a month before falling back into old habits. Don't push yourself into extreme changes that are unrealistic or unsustainable in the long run. Honesty is key. If you want your ex to regret the breakup and come back, be as honest as possible, with yourself and with them. The more you try to manipulate the situation out of fear or desperation, the more likely you'll make promises you can't keep, and eventually that will backfire.